What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kurt with Welcome Fitness Lifestyle. Please do me a favor if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to get future content. So in today's video, I'm here to talk about how to establish wealth, how to build wealth for yourself, how to build wealth for your family, how to build wealth starting from whatever starting point that you're currently, are, and your current financial situation, how you could begin the journey in the process to starting wealth. So I want to take this from the perspective of someone who's brand new, someone who doesn't understand finance, someone who doesn't understand budgeting, someone who doesn't understand, how money works. And some of the feedback that I've gotten from my content, what I'm realizing what's going to be helpful for people is people need a step-by-step blueprint on how to go from point A to point B, right? And what I'm going to talk about in this video is a step-by-step blueprint process to help you establish wealth from whatever starting point you're starting from, and doesn't even matter your financial situation. I'm going to show you how you could begin the process of building wealth. But before I do that, you have to understand what is wealth. You have to understand how money works, right? And a lot of people don't understand that money is a tool to help you get more money. So if you don't understand that part first, it's going to be harder for you to go through the wealth building process. But the first thing in the wealth building process you need to do is you need to create a budget and a financial plan, right? I think I mentioned that in my other video too about, creating a budget. But what you want to do is you want a financial snapshot of where you currently are, right? What that consists of is listing out all your bills, right? Everything that you are spending money on in your budget right now, you need to list everything out for a month. So what you want to do is you want to build a monthly budget. You want to list out all your expenses on one side, and I want you to list out all your debt. Your debt is going to be different from your expenses, right? Your expenses are the following: your rent and mortgage, utilities, cable, transportation, and food and clothing, right? Those are your expenses. Then you want you to list out your debt. Your debt consists of credit card debt, any credit card debt, student loans, personal loans, mortgage, and car note, right? Those are debts, right? So when you list out all your expenses, then you list out all your debt, based upon your income. So you're going to take your monthly income, that number. Let's say that monthly income is, in a month you make $3,000, right? And then once you list out everything that you're paying out, include the subscriptions, Netflix, everything that you're paying out. Once you minus all your expenses, everything you're paying out, all your debts, your monthly payments, I would do the debts, the monthly payments. Then I want you to see, after you spend all your money, right, how much money you have left over. And if you don't have zero or above, then that's where the problem lies, right? You cannot financially afford to pay off all your bills. And that's the reality of where everyone is, right? And so that's the first step in the wealth building process. You have to know where you currently are to know where you're going to go, right? Once you figure out, okay, I have all these debts, I have all these bills, and this is how much I have left over. Now what you need to understand, before I get into the second part of the wealth building process, is what are the behavior patterns that caused you to put yourself in the predicament that you're currently in? Meaning that you don't want history to repeat itself. So you have to understand what are some of the behaviors that you're doing right now that's contributing to you being in the current financial situation that you're currently in. I can give you a couple examples. You're not living on less than what you make, A. B, you're spending money you don't have on things you can't afford to impress people that don't like you or you don't like. Whatever Will Smith set up. That was a beautiful ass analogy that Will Smith seen. And you got to realize that you're spending money on things that's costing you, which is liabilities, as opposed to putting your money in the assets, which assets are things that's going to pay you, right? That's how you stay poor. That's how the poor people stay poor. They spend money on things that cost them, liabilities, dumb shit. They spend money on stupid shit. $500 on popping bottles in the club, $300 on sneakers. I mean, let's just be honest and speak from an honest standpoint. We, and especially in the inner city community, spend money on things that's not helping us make more money. What did I say earlier? Money is a tool to help you make more money. So you got to understand that you have to correct those mistakes that you're making and those behavior patterns. So even if you go through the other steps, you won't make those same mistakes in the process, right? The second part of this is the fastest way to building wealth is to become debt free. So the second thing is you have to eliminate all your debt. Your credit cards is killing you. That student loans is killing you. Personal loans is killing you. What you need to do is you need to list out all of your debts from smallest to large. So all your credit card debts, right? Citibank, Chase, they all taking money from you. They're thieves, they're stealing money from you, right? You probably been swiping your credit card, living off your credit card, not realizing that, damn, you got to pay back all that money plus interest, right? So what you want to do is you want to list out all your debts, right? After you create your budget, list out all your debts from the smallest to the largest, from the smallest credit card you have to your student loans, your car note, your mortgage, or whatever. And what you want to do is you want to be intentional and you want to aggressively pay off all your debt, okay? What I highly recommend, the reason why I highly recommend that is because I talked about in one of my earlier videos, right, that I paid off in 1 year $20,000 in credit card debt. How? I was very intentional. I picked up side jobs, picked up side hustles, and I tackled that debt and paid it off. And what I did was, just some minimum payments on all those credit cards that I was paying off, I freed up almost $800 out of my budget a month. And now I had the money, that $800 allowed me to have the money to be able to invest, right? So it's almost as if I gave myself an $800 raise, right? So what I'm saying with this is that just imagine that if you minus your mortgage, your car note, your credit cards, if you minus all of that money, I want you right now to add that up. How much would that be? Imagine that every time you get paid, whatever you work in a full-time, you work for somebody or you have your own business, imagine that you are paying all of that off. Imagine that you have all that money available to you once you pay all that off. You'll be rich. And then you can start the process of investing your income into helping you use money as a tool to make you more income, right? Which brings me to the third step in this process is that you got to create an emergency fund. Listen, emergencies happen, things happen, right? And a lot of times we use and put things on credit because we don't have the necessary funds to be able to say, my boiler broke, my refrigerator broke, the washer and dryer is not working. So what we do, we take our credit card, we swipe, and then we spend the next 3 to 5 years paying off that credit card, right? What you want to do in this third step of this wealth building process, you want to create an emergency fund. It's highly recommended that you save up at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Your expenses are your living expenses, which is your rent and mortgage, your transportation, utilities, and food and clothing, right? And you want to make sure that if just in case anything happens, listen, we're living in uncertain times right now with the pandemic going on and the whole COVID-19 situation. You never know what's going to happen, right? So what you want to do is, after you pay off all your debt, that same process of aggressively paying off all your debt, you want to now take that money and put it away into an emergency fund for a rainy day, just in case things happen. So you create your budget, you create your plan, you pay off all your debt, you create an emergency fund. The next step in your process is that increasing your income, right? Your income and the money that you bring in is going to help you establish wealth. The more money that you bring in is the more opportunities you have to use that money as a tool to make you more money, right? So you want to increase your income. Some examples of increasing your income is, you want to take on a second job. If you got a 9 to 5 right now, take on a second job. You want to take on a side hustle. You want to do other things and occupy your time. Listen, now is not the time to be worrying about what's going on TV and what's going on, in the hood. Now is the time to utilize the 24 hours in your day to figure out how you're going to make more income so you could pay off all that debt and you could put that money into your emergency fund. You want to be able to create multiple streams of income to take care of your lifestyle, so that way the rest of the money you can enjoy. Now it's not the time to go on vacation. I'm sorry. No vacations in August, no vacations for the rest of the month. For the rest of the year, until you become debt free. No more vacations until you put yourself in a better financial situation that you currently are, all right? The other part and the last part in the wealth building process is once you create your budget, once you pay off all your debt, once you figure out how you're going to make more income, and you want to invest. That's the last step in the process, is making sure that you invest. There's many different ways you can invest. Now that you paid off all your debt, now that you have emergency fund, now that you have multiple streams of income, now you can use that money. Remember, I always said money is a tool to make more money, right? You can use that money now to invest in real estate, stocks, your retirement plan, starting your own business. Because those, what I outlined right now, is going to help you make more streams of income. Look, listen, that's the wealth building process. In the next couple of videos, I'm doing this series right now where I'm going to talk about, each one of the processes, and I'm going to go in depth of strategies of how you could pay off your debt fast, how you could create a emergency fund fast, how you can create multiple streams of income and have more available income to pay off your debt, and also effective ways of investment. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope this information was helpful for you. So let's get fit, let's gain wealth, let's improve our lifestyle. Got more videos coming. Holla at your boy.